So just density independent factor and density dependent factor, right? So
Yes.
the biotic and abiotic factor that affect the number of the organism occupy a particular niche may be density dependent and density independent factor. So what are the density dependent and density independent factor? It is given in your notebook. The effect of density dependent factor is the same regardless of population size, right? So density independent factor means it do not like those factors which are not dependent on the density of population, right? And simply density independent means which are not dependent on density of population. Density dependent means which are dependent on density population, right? So density of population. So let's start with the competition. Look, what is the competition? Can you tell me what is the competition actually? And one more question which I have, it's a very relevant and very important question. So, Affaf, can there be the competition between the two different species means which have nothing to do with each other?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, fine. Really? So, do you have any competition with? Can you think that you may have competition with any commerce girl or commerce boy?
With what?
Anywhere, like, is it possible that you may have competition? Sometime you may have encountered the competition with a commerce boy or commerce girl.
Maybe.
Maybe yes, right. It may be because right now you are preparing, you are studying biology. You may go for the if you want to go for the MBBS, right? Means if you want to go for the doctorate or something like that, means something which is related with the medical, then you will have the competition with those people who belongs to biology only, right? So that will be that will be that will be
Competition.
intra-specific in same segment, right? Intra-specific. But sometimes if you want to go for singing competition, if you want to go for some administrative services, if you want to go for some political elections, then you may encounter the competition with any person from the any stream. Because in dancing competition, in a singing competition, like the person comes from different streams, right? So yes, the competition can be between the same species and it can also be between the different species. But what is the reason behind it? So let's start with the competition. What is the competition? What is the competition? Tell me. What is actually the definition of competition? Hmm?
Should I say it from the reader? Or am I supposed to guess from my mind?
Yeah, you have to guess it from your mind.
I don't know how to put it in words, but I do know what competition is.
Okay, okay. Yes, so it's really very difficult to define it. When it comes to like you have to write it down it technically. Otherwise, if someone says you that what is the competition, then you can define it uh, like in behavioral way and right. So please note it down. Competition. 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 Generally, competition is generally defined as the struggle for existence, and survival of fittest and survival of fittest in nature. It may be intraspecific, means within this species. It may be intraspecific or interspecific, right? Next point. It is generally believed the competition occurs between, it is generally believed, the competition occurs between closely related species. When closely related species, they compete for when they compete for same resources, when they compete for same resources and that are limiting and that are limiting. So let's take example. Assume there is a pasture. It's not a very big pasture. It may be of 50-acre of pasture, and there are the different grazing species like goats are over there, and deers are over there, and wild beasts are over there. They all are herbivores and they require the same kind of the grass, right? So all will compete for the food resources, and it is limited over there because the area is limited, right? So all of them species, right? All these species, like the deer and goat, they are closely related species. So they are competing with each other, right? So in the same way, we can take the example of tiger and lion, right? So tiger and lion, they both are the closely related species. They belong to the Felidae family, means cat family. So both have the same type of the feeding habit. Both have the same type of the food preference, right? So they will compete with each other, right? So that is quite possible. So competition takes place, right, for the space, for the food, and there may be competition between the unrelated species. For sake of example, it has been studied that in America, there are some lakes where generally the visiting flamingo bird. So flamingo is a kind of the bird. They eat a particular kind of the zooplankton, and the same zooplankton are eaten by the fishes, which are the resident fishes of that lake, right? So bird and fishes, they do not have any relation with each other. They are not at all related with each other. They are quite different species, quite different order, quite different family, right? In fact, they belongs to different phylum. Like one of them, they belongs to, like, both of the vertebrate, but one of them belongs to the Pisces and another one is belong to the subfamily Pisces, and another one, sorry, subphylum. Another one belongs to the that one Aves. So both are the different, but both have the similar preferences of the food. So if two unrelated species have the same preference of the food or some resources, then there may be competition between them, right? Clear?
Yes.
When
Clear.
Darwin was in his research, you may have gone through with the Darwin's research. So you must have studied that he did his research in the Galapagos Island, right? When he was visiting a Galapagos Island, he saw that there are certain goats and there are turtles, right? Turtles and goat both are the herbivores. Both eat the grasses, but yes, the goats are the very fast and efficient grazer, but the turtles are not very efficient grazer. So, but both have the similar preferences. So there is a competition between the goat and turtle, right? That's how we can define the interspecific or the competition between the unrelated species, right? So please note it down. Uh, there may be the competition between there may be the competition between unrelated species if there may be competition between the unrelated species if they have if they have the similar choice of if they have similar choice of food, space, or other resources, or other resources. Look, that has been described in your what I was discussing with you. That has been described in your textbook as well. Open your textbook, and it is written over there. Interspecific competition. So you can refer the page number 36. So interspecific competition occurs between the different species within a community compete for the same resources. The niches of the space overlap. Competition will reduce the abundance of the competing species, right? If there is a greater density of the species or it's a faster reproduction rate, then the competitor, then one of the species become the extinct in that area. And for example, the years ago, sailors released a goat in Pinta Island, which is a part of the Galapagos archipelago, famous for famous for the work of Charles Darwin almost 200 years ago. Each island have its own species: giant tortoise, huge, slow moving, and the slow growing, large, fast breeding mammals, which eat a lot. So we can say, like it's written over there, that the thing which I told you, that if two species have the similar kind of the compete for the similar kind of the resources. So I told you that the turtles and the goat in Galapagos Island, they compete for the grasses, and it has not been mentioned over there. Let me tell you what is that. So what Charles Darwin said. Please write it down. Even write it down this one. Let me explain. So there is a rule. That rule is called Gauss competitive exclusion principle in competition, within competition. So there is a rule that is called Gauss. Please write it down. Gauss competitive exclusion principle. What is competitive exclusion principle? You know, Affaf. Suppose that there is a competition and nobody have matches with you, right? Nobody can compete with you. Then you will exclude all of your competitor, right? So suppose that if you are very good with the biology, you can get the 100 out of, you can crack the 100 out of 100 question, and but the rest of the people, they just can do the 50 or 40 questions. So they do not have competition with you, and you will remove all of the competitor, right? That is called Gauss exclusive principle. So what happened if there are two different species? So first, this principle will apply on the interspecific competition. Interspecific competition means the competition between two unrelated species. If competition will take place between the two unrelated species, what will happen? The superior species will exclude the inferior one. So what happened in Galapagos Island? Galapagos, giant turtle were excluded. Means they were removed, excluded by goats. Why? Because goats have the greater grazing efficiency. They can graze the grass, and hardly the turtle will get anything, right? So they remove the inferior species. So we can say in this example, this principle is applicable. Did you got my point?
Where can you explain again?
Yeah, sure. Look, Darwin visited the Galapagos Island, and he saw that 200 years ago, he saw that before 200 years ago, there were giant turtle used to be found on that pasture. What happened? That area, Galapagos Island, was occupied by giant turtle, and these giant turtle used to enjoy the green grasses, right? What happened once? Some visitors, they left the goat over there, where Galapagos Island. Now, goat and turtle both are the unrelated species. Turtle eat very slow, you know very well. You walk very slow, eat very slow, right? And the goats eat very fast and they run very fast. The rate of reproduction is also greater in goats, right? Over the year, what happened? The number of the goats increased tremendously. Goat were very fast grazer. They eat up complete all the grasses, and turtle did not get any grasses, and they died. So that's how the turtle were removed from that area by the goats. And the goat, which is the superior species, that excluded or removed turtle, which is the inferior species, from that area. So if this kind of the phenomena happen, we call this phenomena Gauss competitive exclusion principle. This principle was given by Gauss. A scientist name is Gauss. Did you got that?
Yes.
Okay. So please write it down. Gauss
So
competitive.
what's the last line? What did you write there?
Galapagos turtle. Please note it down. The Galapagos turtle were excluded by the goats because the goats were efficient grazer and the turtle were slow moving. Turtles were slow moving, inefficient. Turtles were slow moving, inefficient grazers. Right? Just give me one. Okay. So this was the competition. Did you got all the point? Inter-specific and intra-specific.
Yes.
Great. The next topic. Point. Okay, there is abundance and distribution. Abundance means like the number of the organism present in particular area. Like you can say the penguins are abundant in where that Antarctica, right? Penguins, polar bear, they are abundant in Antarctica, right? And distribution means where basically they are the found. So it is written over there. Let me read it for you, right? The abundance of it's very simple. Like there is nothing technical. That's why I'm just explaining you. The abundance of organism refer to the relative representation of species in a particular ecosystem, right? If more than simply the number of organism, it is number of an organism relative to the number of organism in the same habitat, right? It means if the relatively they are the density is more over there, then we will call that they are found in abundant in that particular area. For sake of example, camels are found across the India. You may found camel in Tamil Nadu, like the bottom part and the northern part as well. But if you call the whatever is abundance, then you will see the population. They are most populated. They are mostly found in the Rajasthan, right? That is desertic area. So that's how we can define that abundance distribution across the country, but where they are abundant in particular habitat, right? So if the density of population is the number or more in particular area, we'll say that is a particular species is abundant over that area, right? The distribution of organism is described where the species of organism found in the environment and how it is arranged. The distribution of organism can be changed. The animal migrate, for example, are found in different countries even, right? So distribution, they are found in different countries. For sake of example, camels are found in India, they are found in African continent, like they are found in Arabian continent, they are found everywhere, right? But yes, their distribution is not in some areas. For sake of example, they are not present in Greenland, they are not present in like upper Russian part, right? They are not present over there because that is not suitable environment for them, right? So distribution is that presence of those animal, and abundance means the number of the animals when the more density at particular area. Next, come to the one point. The distribution of organism and habitat usually enters into one of the three main patterns. Uniform distribution, this occurs when the resources are thinly but evenly spread, when individual of species are the holistic each other, the territories may even be large. So if the resources are evenly distributed, then the uniform distribution of this species will be over there, right? The clumped distribution, this is the most common distribution seen in herds of animals, means groups of animals. The groups of animals, plant that have specific resources requirement for therefore the group together clump on the particular area. So we can say the clumped distribution. What is the clump distribution? Means if the group distribution is found particular area. For sake of example, the elephant will be present over there where the forest are large forests, right? So they will live in herds, right? Where the large forest distribution is over there, a large area should be there. The area should be less populated. That area will be populated by elephant and rhinoceros, right? So they will be found in groups. So this is the called clumped distribution. Random distribution, this is the result of plentiful resources and no hostility. It's seen, for example, weeds in the grasslands. So we can say when the plenty of resources present over there and there is no predator over there, means area is not hostile, then there will be random distribution. They'll be found everywhere, right? So there are the three kind of the distribution. So did you got what is the abundance and distribution? Affaf?
Yes, sir.
Ecological techniques. Okay, quadrant. Practical skill. Okay. Practical. Okay, so now the lots of practical work given over there. Will you get the question from this practical work as well? It's very complex because. Will you? Pi square test.
Which part, sir?
If you go through, you can refer with your page number 44 and all that.
34?
44, 44.
44.
44.
Okay.
Page.
Yes. Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately, you'll get the question from here as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God. There's so much math.
Yes. Because these are very unusual topics. They are very unusual topics. They are not even in the medical, these topics are not even, these topics do not belong to the medical competition as well. These topics are studied in master's classes, in our master classes.
Yeah. Well, I have to do what I have to do in order to get into a university.
Can you share me some questions, like what kind of a question you'll get, because I need that questions.
Yeah, I will send. I forgot to send them.
Yeah, actually, if you'll get the direct questions like theoretical question, conceptual question, then it's okay. If you'll get the calculation based question, then on that time this will be really very difficult for you.
No, I will get such type of questions, I know.
Calculative questions.
Yes.
Okay.
You can go to exam practice section. You might get examples there.
Fine, fine, fine. Because this question I have seen in master's classes, MSc.
Oh
So,
God.
and I did MSc from the best science college of this country, that is Hansraj College,
Mhm.
Delhi University of Delhi. So then these examples are present over there. I have a book of ecology. It's in myself. So it's one of the best book, and these questions are given over there. That's why I'm asking how they can add this kind of question to you over there. Which statical A, B, C, D is the exam practice? Okay. Which static test A, B, C, or D is the most suitable for the each investigation below? uh, Superman's rank test, student T test, chi-square test, standard deviation. Okay, fine. Salt marshes develop the shelter areas coastline where they depend on the mud-built tea floor trees survive frequently. Plants which tolerate to the salt can survive. Okay, these are the conceptual. This is the conceptual question. This is also the conceptual question. And the area abundant grass was studied over a period of more than 100 years. During the time, there were changes to the plant communities which result in the change in the number of the species, population density, small birds table. Name the process which the community changes over the time. Okay, describe. These all are the conceptual questions. You won't get like the calculative questions. These are not actually there. What I can check from this exam practice. Yes. So exam practice, and you can check with your question paper as well, right? If you have any old question, do you have the previous year question bank of your school?
From school, no?
No.
From the board exams,
Good.
I do have past papers.
Okay, so you can share some question with me related with these
Yes.
tests, right? If you have some this kind of question like calculative question, then I'll go with some example. I'll try to tell you some examples with the like calculative means. And if they are the conceptual question only, then the conceptual is sufficient for the group, right? Because there are some tests, right? And these are the statical tests. Statical tests like from here onward, where it's okay till here. Now, ecological techniques. So you saw the important biodiversity within the habitat. The scientist often wants to measure the abundance of the organism or distribution or the both. In order to calculate the biodiversity of an ecosystem, you need to assess the both the number of the species of the area and the size of their population. You also need to identify them correctly. Right? Let me share with you this PDF. Then look. So it is given over there. There is the first test, that is the quadrants. What are the quadrants? The simplest way and the sample area to use the quadrant. The method is particularly useful for the plant and animals to do that do not move much. Means this method, quadrant method, is applicable for those plant and animal which are not that much motile, right? They do not roam from here and there. A frame of quadrant is usually square in frame and divided into sections that you may lay on the ground and identify the sample area. The quadrant come in different size. It may be large and very small, but we often uses this small size, that is a 50 centimeter, right? So this is like you have your garden, and in garden the garden is like 10 feet long, like 100 feet long, and 100 feet like wider. So it's a square of the 100 feet. And that garden have number of the like those animals which are least mobile, like they are found here and there in some area. So there are some insects, there are some plants. So you want to see the diversity. So what you can say, you need not to measure the complete area. It means then take area of 1 foot long, 1 foot wide, right? In that 1 foot area, you can measure the number of the, you can count the number of the plant species, you can count the number of animals present over there, right? That's how you can define the diversity of that particular larger area, right? So on the basis of this is the called quadrant technique, right? So that's how it is defined over there. Look, it is given that, but we often uses the one side of 50 centimeter, right, or 25 centimeter, because they were easy to handle. This is known as quadratic sampling technique, as it allow us to quantify and measure the such things in the number of individual organisms, that area individual count, or using to divide the grid, the area covered by the above ground parts of particular species or percentage cover a number of the result oriented. So that's how, like if we can assume that if they are found, like the number of the diversity is this much in 1 foot, then what will be the 100 feet? So that's how we divide a larger area into smaller area on the basis of quadrant, right? Did you got my point, or should I tell you on whiteboard? Are you getting, or should I use the whiteboard?
No, this is not entering my brain, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. Let me what it says. Suppose that I have a question. I ask you, Affaf, please tell me the diversity of the plant and animal present in your area. So you have a large garden. That garden is this garden. It is the 100 feet. It's the 100 feet tall. Uh, this is the 100 feet. The length is 100 feet, and even the width is 100 feet, right? So these both sides are 100 and 100 feet. This is the 100 feet, and this is the 100 feet. So what you will say? You will say, sir, it's a very large area. I can't count that number of the like diversity. Diversity means the number of the plant and animal species present in particular area, right? So what you can say, you can make the grid, right? So what is the grid? What is the quadrant? You will make a quadrant. So now what is the quadrant? Simple. What you will say, you will divide it, this area, in these boxes.
Sir, a person can choose as many strings as he wants.
Right, right. As many as boxes you want, but it is written generally we take the 50 centimeter, right? So suppose that you have taken a box of 1 foot, right? For example, this is 1 foot wider and 1 foot longer, right? Now there are 5 species of plant, right? And 10 species of animal, right? So what is the diversity? Diversity will be 15 species. We do not count in diversity, we do not count plant and animal separately. 15 species per square feet. Is it clear? Right? So 15 type of the species are present in 1 foot square.
Okay,
right?
so you measure how many types of species are there.
Right. So by this way, by taking a sample, so this is called quadrant method. So what do you do? What
Sir,
do you do?
if it's only like flower or grass, it's only 2, right?
Right. So that is the quadrant method. Got it?
Yes.
Now, what is given? What else is given over there? Frame of the content, very important tool, the ecological, but limiting the area, you can take simple denomination. The way of measuring the abundance of oxygen quadrant or area given, use the AC4 scale. This is the simple, quite subjective scale, but nevertheless useful in the field. It describes the abundance of a species in given area. A stands for abundance, C common, F frequent, O occasional, and R rare. Okay. Limitation of the AC4 scale. So we use this scale, and it is written that what is the mean of AC4 scale. AC4 scale means abundance, common, frequent, occasional, rare. Means those species which are abundantly present, those which are the common species, those are the frequently present, which are sometime present. Like in that particular 1 square feet, some of the bird they visit daily every morning, right? So they are the occasional, right, visitors. And rare if there are some birds which visit once in a month or once in a week. So that's what it is described over there. Limitation of the AC4, the measurement given subjective to people would be probably given exactly to some score. No set definition terms. Example, how the common SEC can when using the quadrant important scale size, the number of the time of the quadrant used will dependent on the area studied. So it look in the quadrant method, you will have to use ACFR scale. AC in ACFR scale, you will say abundant, common, frequent, occasional, and rare. So what you will do, you will take the data in different time, right? So suppose that today you have taken data, then after 2 days you have to take data, then after 2 days you have to take the data. Then on the basis of that, you will say that there are 15 species per square area, right? Then you will say out of these 15 species, right? The 10 are abundant, right? Means they are abundantly found, right? And uh, 5 are very common, right? They are very common in out of the area. Then frequent, you will say how many species are frequently found over there. You can say that abundant, like 10 species are frequently, right? What are the occasional species? You will say one of the species of animal is occasional insect, right? They visit sometime, they are not for. Which is the rare? You can say that one of the species is rare. So that's how you define. That is called ACFOR, right? In quadrant, you use ACFOR. Did you got that point? So the ACFOR.
Sir, isn't abundant and common the same thing?
Yes, this is the common. But you know, we have studied that both are the almost similar thing. But you can say, right? There are like out of these boxes, in 5 boxes, some species are abundant, right? But in the rest of they are not abundant. Means in the 5 boxes, in one of the corner, like some plants are found in abundant, but in the rest area they are scarce. Got it my point?
Okay.
You can say there are 2 plants which are common in all those quadrant area. Got it? So that is the
Okay.
difference.
So you have to measure all of the squares, not just one.
You have to just remember it, right? You have to just write it down in your nothing you have to measure, right? Because these are the very difficult kind of the practices which hardly practiced, and you will not find this kind of the experiment in your lab. You won't. Even we never did it in our master's classes, I tell you. Like we had been in many tours and all that in ecology, right? So there are 2 kind of ecology: plant ecology and animal ecology. So both kind of ecology we study in zoology and botany separately. So transects, measuring abiotic factors. What are the line line transects? The widely used way of the gathering data about the area of systematic way. A transect is not a random. You stretch a tape between 2 points. For example, in wildflower meadow, across sand dunes or down mountains, you then record the every individual plant that touches the tape. Alternatively, build transect is cost to stretch 2 tapes and ground type survey. You can use the quadrant systematic sampling if the change in distribution of organism links to the change in the biotic factors investigate. Affaf, what I will do, I'll like I will I'll study your this textbook myself, right? Then I'll tell you what you have to do. Look, do one. Give me question paper, some questions, right, which comes in your exam, right? On the basis of your examination question, I'll make some notes by myself. Then I'll explain you next class, right? Because these are the not frequent topics. They are very scare topic. You have to tell me if like I have gone through with the questions bank, which is present in the last this one. Exam practice, right? Here I can see the questions which have been asked. They are the basically conceptual questions. Like whatever we have studied, the questions are on the basis of that concept. Nothing you have to calculate over here. In case if you have some calculating question, then you have to let me know, right? Then I'll explain these tests. So the test which is remaining over here, tests are this one.
Okay, I'll send, but let me remind you of something. So like this topic has its own question paper, its own exam, and the next one also has its own exam. But then the last one is alternative to practical. I'll send that one as well because it has practicals of both exams, both topics.
Practicals in the both of the topic. This one is ecology, and what is the next topic which you are telling
Yeah,
me?
topic 5 and 6 is one exam. Topic
Okay,
7 and 8
topic
is another
5
exam.
and 6. So this topic 5 is what is the
5 and
topic?
6.
5 and this topic is what is the number of this? Is the
Energy
5?
flow, ecosystems, and the environment. Like topic 5 and 6 will have its own exam.
Okay.
7 and 8 will have its own exam, and then the practicals of both of these exams
7 and 8th of November.
Is a separate. 7 and 8 what?
November. 7 and 8th of November. Exam?
No. Sorry. What I'm trying to say, topic 5 and 6 has its own exam on one day.
Okay.
Topic 7 and 8 has its own exam. But then the practicals from both of these exams, it's not taken on the same day. It's taken on another day. So all of the practicals has its own exam.
Okay. Fine. So topic
Did
5 is this ecology. Topic 5 is ecology. Topic 5 is ecology. And 6 is?
Yeah. Wait.
Share.
Let me check and tell you.
Yeah. Please tell me. What is topic 6?
Let me check. Where is it? So should I screen share?
So yeah, you can share screen with me.
Okay, let me see. Sir, I cannot screen share. It says only you can screen share.
Okay. So can you message me?
Yeah, actually, they send me your phone number. I can send it to you.
Yeah, if you want, like you can message me first. You can just
Okay.
even here if you want, you can write it down. You message chat. Did you got? I pinged you. You can share here as well.
Okay. I think it's better if I send the
Sure.
the images.
The phone number. Okay. 8376 That is my number. And +91 that you have to
Sir, send them.
Yeah, I got it. Topic number 5, ecology. So, okay. Topic 5 include photosynthesis, ecology, environment and climate change, right? And topic 6 include microbiology, immunity and microbiology, immunity. We did it or not? No, we
No,
didn't.
no, we're supposed to do everything. I don't think we've done microbiology.
Okay, we have to do it, right? Immunity, microbiology, immunity, and decomposition. And okay, fine. So you have the exams of topic 5 and topic 6, right?
Yeah, topic 5, topic 6 exams are
When?
taken on the same day.
When?
7
When?
and 8 on the same. The date sheet is not out
All
yet.
right. Fine. And you are
It's in
saying that
May and
in
June.
some other day you will have some practicals for the same topic, same these two topics.
What, sir?
So you will have some practical for the same topic, right?
Yeah, practicals from topic 5, 6, and 7, 8. They're taken on another day.
Okay. Fine. So we have to cover now we have to cover only topic 5, topic 6, right?
Topic 5, no, sir. I'm supposed to finish everything. My exams are in
Okay,
May and June.
May and June, right? We'll finish till that time. You have to like. Is there any expected date sheet for the examination of topic like test exam of topic 5 and topic 6?
My previous exams, I gave them in this May and June. All of them were taken in May, early
May.
May, in 2nd, 4th, and 6th May.
So you have look before the May and June. You do not have any exam.
No, not before May.
Not
Most
before
of the
May.
exams are in May. Hardly they are in June.
Okay. Fine. So we'll finish it. No issue. So till the time you can do one thing. Like you have shared with me topic 5B, right? And share with me. I'll study all the statical things, right? And also share the topic number 5C, right, with me.
Okay,
So we'll
I
start
will.
in next class, right? Today we'll do it
Okay.
for 1 hour only, right? That will be done. And statical thing, I'll study statical thing and explain for you, and you'll make some short notes with that. And in next class, even I'll start with the topic 5C, right? Till the time, share topic
Okay.
5C with me, right?
Okay.
Fine. You know, this syllabus is really very mixed kind of the syllabus. So, like I've taught many syllabuses. You know,
Sir, this is the easiest A level syllabus according to many.
according to many, you know,
Yeah,
it's a just collection of the topic. Like the topics have been collected from here and there. There is a not a like
yeah.
like there is a not some of flow or synchronization of the topic. What I am
There's
observing
no
because
sequence.
yeah, there is no sequence because
Yeah,
I am teaching the parallelly the students, they belongs to the Australia as well, Australian board. So they have some sequence of the topic, and that sequence more or less it matches with the CBSE board or CBSE board, right? Because that is the sequence. And here what I can see, that there are some topics which are studied in CBSE board, in Australian board in 11th class. They have been like the topic of photosynthesis. It is everywhere in class 11, but it is given in your like 12th class syllabus. And you know, the ecology is the like last part of the 12th class syllabus. It is given over here. And microbiology, there is some immunity. So they have just gathered different topic in one unit.
yeah. They're in random order.
Exactly, that
It
is a
gets
random order.
harder
There is
to
not sequence. So
it gets harder to read from the textbook.
right. So no issue, no issue. We'll do it. No issue. So
Should I send the exam papers and PDFs on your phone number, or do you want them in email?
no. Just you can share with my phone number because and you just PDF share the PDF with my phone number. So I'll get it quickly.
Okay.
Right. That's no issue.
Okay.
Fine. Fine. So any doubt?
No.
No. No doubt for today.
No.
Okay. So you can take the class. Right. We'll have class in next. Share the topic with me. Next class we'll start with it. Right?
Okay.